checking out Lee Fisher Sports YouTube channel. My name is Captain Mike Murphy with Fish This Inshore Charters. Today we're going to talk about the Trident wide gap worm hook and why these hooks look so funky and how they work. I use these Trident wide gap worm hooks when I'm fishing large jerk baits over grass or up tight up against the mangroves. And here's how they work. You see a hook, it looks like this. It's got a funky little bend into it, and you wonder why it's all used for, but you thread the hook on there just a little bit and you're feeding it through the bottom of the bait. You run it up there, and that little bend on the top is actually to keep the bait solid at the top of the hook set. So your line comes out of the top over here, and then you thread it through again through the bottom, pull it through just through the top like that, and it rides just like this. So it's got plenty of action on the tail on the backside, and it's almost weedless when you're pulling it through the mangroves or some of that thick lush grass that you see on the grass flats. Some of them come weighted with a small weight down here. That's a good idea to use when you're trying to fish areas we've got a little bit of grass cover with some 2 to 3 foot depth range. This is my go-to product. It's definitely stronger, harder, more durable. Now typically if you try to use a hook other than the wide gap worm hooks, a lot of times your bait will just slide down the hook like this and it's all bunched up, and then it's hard to get a hook strike because there's too much plastic between the barb of the hook and the shank of the hook. But by using these wide gap hooks like this with the offset tip on the top, it gives you plenty of room on the bottom side to actually hit that fish. When the fish hits it, then you've got plenty of hook on the outside there. This type of setup is great to use either in the mangroves during the spring and summer, when the snook and the redfish get really tied up in the mangroves. You can throw these things right in the mangroves, pull them through the mangroves, and they're virtually weedless. So it saves a lot of wear and tear on tackle and headache trying to get your bait out of the mangroves all the time. At the same time, in the summertime, when the grass gets really thick and lush, and you know that those bait in the morning, or those target species fish are in a really shallow water, but the grass is really thick, these work through the grass really, really well. And those are the times that I like to use these baits. Right up in the mangroves, right down the line of the mangroves, or through that thick, lush grass. The Trident wide gap worm hook, another one of my go-tos. This is a 4/0. You can get these products at any of your local retailers. You can order them online through LeeFisherSports.com. And if you'd like, please do leave a comment below on how you use these hooks and what your catches are like.